Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade
Shade
in the
in the
City.
City.
I'm your girl, Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we're jumping into our review of Love and Marriage Detroit, Season 1, Episode 8. I believe it's whining. What is it? Wine tasting. Wine. That's it.
I think that's what it is.
Oh, well, that's it. So yeah, thank you, Shade Squad and new viewers for joining us. If you have not already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's get into it. I was just telling Nels, this was kind of, it's a whole hum episode.
It was kind of like the name of it.
Yeah.
Basic.
Oh, yeah, it was kind of basic. But yeah, y'all, a lot of petty fights, you know. When Anthony is involved, there's going to be petty. But yeah, let's get into
Anthony's going to be involved. There's going to be some mess.
Right. Let's get into it and let's get shady. So we pick back up with Latoya and Christina. Christina is just ready to basically dead this conversation with Latoya. Latoya feels
or cut her off.
Basically, she feels that she's being Latoya feels she's being condescending, and Colby walks over to just check up on things because it seems like it's getting a little heated at the shut up and pray. So then she basically comes over and she's like, y'all good ladies, because I sense a little tension. And Latoya says no, and Christina says she's fine. So Latoya says Anthony and Brandon need to have a conversation. However, she doesn't like people, going around talking about her husband, especially when it's a lie. Now, Christina said, again, something else that has nothing to do with you. I said, And she tells her that she should talk to her husband about lying about her. I said, well, y'all done brought the real
Can't wait for the reunion. Because
I can't either.
This is such a big deal. And when they see that Brittany specifically told her that didn't happen and you still running with this narrative, who's the liar?
Okay, so I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Shade Squad, please drop down in the comments and tell me what you think. A part of my, I guess, irritation or boredom with this episode was because I think we knew 2 episodes ago Christina was lying and Brandon was lying. So the fact that we literally took a whole trip and spent a whole episode and they're trying to act like there was no resolve. No, she's still lying. She's still lying. So it was, I don't know, just the fact that we're I don't know. I think I'm really irritated about that. And I hope this is the last
I just feel time
that we address or sit here and talk about this Brittany B situation.
I feel like Christina got off too easy this episode.
Oh, I absolutely do. But I get they didn't want to ruin the trip or whatever. But even still, that's why
I can't wait for the reunion.
So anyway, Latoya denies that Anthony lied about Christina, and she asked Latoya how she knows, or basically Christina's like, well, how did you know? Were you on the phone? Were you on the phone with him? And I'm like, well, were you in the room when Brandon was talking shit?
Exactly.
Girl, and I'm just not, at this point, Brittany B is a friend of the show. We might as well have brought her and her whoever on the trip as much as y'all was talking about her. So, yeah, no. And then basically Latoya is like, I'm about to leave. Christina goes back to doing her brunch thing. And, Colby leaves with her ride. She said, oh, let me not,
miss out on this with all these
hot
heads going on around me.
Because ain't nobody shutting up and it don't seem like nobody praying.
What they needed. So everybody's meeting at Latoya and Anthony's house. Let me fix that. To get ready to head to Traverse City. Did you get Traverse?
Yes, Traverse City. I did get it this time.
You know what? When my TV showed it this time, I said, I wonder if she heard Traverse City again.
At least I had city.
Yeah, I can't with you. So Latoya said that she's excited, but she's also nervous about this trip because they're all going to be in the house together and nothing's going to be able to stop them from hashing everything out all day long as they need to. Colby is basically on the same energy, and Christina don't give a damn. She ain't thinking about none of that. She's just happy that she's going on a free trip away from the kids.
Right?
I said, well,
Because we all know she don't get that. And it don't
mhm.
sound like Brandon's mama be watching her grandchildren.
So Bravo and his wife, Lakita, also show up for the trip. We're just meeting her. Now on the bus, they're playing a game called Out of Bounds. Tricks, this is something we need.
Oh yeah, that was
Latoya,
really cute.
it was super cute. Latoya said it's the Black version of Taboo.
And
And
they clearly must have something to do with it because I love that promo.
probably.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? Influencers, it worked.
Right.
I want it. Okay. And you know, look, y'all,
And
y'all
it's so funny
fans,
too, because Latoya is the one that's not good at that. We learned, but she damn sure gave them a plug.
mm-hmm. So they make it to the house and everyone's super impressed. Christina said it's prim and cute, just like Latoya.
It was.
So Lakita is up in the room having a conversation with Bravo. And you know, apparently this is really her first time hanging out with the crew, but she already knows all the tea. All right, about the drama with the publicist. I'm like, girl,
Because she overheard it at the brunch.
she's singing in the background because I'm like, well,
I was like, you was at the brunch?
they didn't introduce you there. So basically she thinks it's going to be a very interesting weekend. And everybody is really just having conversations, you know, and
If I was Lakita, I'd be like, so why would anybody think this is relaxing for us to go on a trip in this
because
mess?
they want to get over the drama and hopefully they'll be able to relax afterwards is what it is. But you already know how the shows do. They want them to get together, take a trip. You know how they do.
I guess, because if I'm not going with you, I don't want to go on a trip with you. I don't feel like my vacation is a time where I need to talk.
Guess what? I would have been on Christina's energy because guess what? My vacation or not, it's free. And I get a check. It's a win-win.
Even if everybody gonna have a target
Guess
on my
what? Guess what? You don't want to have a bullseye target on my back because you will get ignored. You're either gonna get cursed out or ignored, okay? Pick your poison. So basically everybody's in their own separate quarters, kind of have a conversation about their anxiety, about kind of how the weekend is going to go and how they expect the conversations to go. So then Russell and Colby are in the kitchen.
over by the stove.
You know what? I'm gonna give you.
I'm just saying, Russell could put me by the buttered rolls.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give you a pass because that's her husband. But I really don't want to think about that because I don't want to think about that. But I'm gonna give you a pass because that is her husband. He's legally hers, okay? But you know, they cook dinner for everybody and they're sitting down to eat to get ready to have some tough conversations. Brandon starts off and says he wants to officially apologize to Colby. He was wrong on all accounts, and it was in no way revenge for what happened during their anniversary. He said he was trying to be funny, but it was wrong time, wrong moment, and really it should have never happened. And she said she appreciates his apology, but now the trust is broken because now she's concerned that if she does anything, Brandon is going to say, well, she's doing the same thing as Christina.
Mm.
And he said, whatever the cost is for what he did, he's ready to deal with it. If the trust needs to be rebuilt, then he's cool with it. And I actually, I thought that was dope.
I was going to ask you what your opinion was of that because you know,
I don't know how genuine it was, but I do like his response because a lot of people, and we were just doing a review last night. When someone apologizes, a lot of people automatically expect them to have automatic forgiveness and get upset when they're like, okay, well, I'm not there yet. I'm not ready. You know, I accept it or whatever, but you know, we need to rebuild and they catch an attitude. So
absolutely.
I can appreciate the fact that he's like, you know what, whatever we need to do, whatever, you know, my punishment is for this, I'm ready to deal with it. So no, I appreciated his answer. Christina wanted to address the way the brunch ended. She said it didn't sit well with her. Latoya said that she apologized for bringing up something at the brunch that involved Anthony with their publicist, which from her understanding of the situation was not true. Christina said that she did have a conversation with Brittany, and she was told by Anthony that they don't like you, which included her and Brandon, and still lying about the fact that the Harrises were brought up. Girl, you good over there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm fixing things because it's bothering me. It's the OCD in me. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, it might be bothering us and the viewers that you fixing things. That sounded a little selfish to me. I'm just saying. You over there? Shoot.
Okay.
Making us feel like we on a roller coaster.
You stupid.
So Anthony said that he never mentioned the Harrises to Brittany. And Bravo's like, all I hear is a lot of Brittany this, Brittany that, Brittany said this, Brittany said that. Anthony said, well, we can call her right now.
We can call Brittany.
And by the look on Christina's face,
she didn't want that.
She didn't want that. She was worried.
She was hoping Brittany was going to be asleep.
Yeah, she probably would have blew that shit up because I would have. Trace! Answered for texting, bitch, answer the mother phone. We got a situation. Yes. So he grabbed his phone, called her, and said, this is real easy to clear up. Ain't nothing but a phone call, homie. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. I said, Anthony, with your messy ass. I love it.
I do love. I told y'all, Anthony really is sadly my favorite character.
Guess what? He was.
He keeps it spicy.
He was in the confessional like, I thought she knew me.
Right.
So he said, I know my husband. I knew where this was going.
If you don't know me by now.
She clearly don't. So she cleared up that she initially said they don't like you, but then when she asked who doesn't like her, I guess Anthony specifically said Brandon. And she confirmed that he never said anything about the Harris family. Then Brandon addresses Brittany and told her, I'm just so aggravated with Brittany. I'm just so aggravated with Brittany because I just wish that she just would have said, I specifically told this girl the Harrises were not mentioned. She did. Guess what? Then the whole table would have really got rushed. So you were still running around with this narrative. I would have went crazy. Reunion, it better come up. I'm telling you. I'm going to be upset.
At this point, they better just bring Brittany on the damn reunion.
And she better say it. They better run back the clip because I need to see it. Because I know if Anthony see it, he going to say something. Brandon addresses Brittany and told her that he has no reason to have ever said that and that he didn't say it. Anthony said, well, that's a clear lie, but continue. Brandon said, we agree to disagree because you're misconstruing a lot of conversations. When was this? If anything, it's your wife, sir. I was confused by that statement. And Anthony just feels like, he's trying to save face. Anthony said his only issue is that Christina went to Russell and Colby and told them that, basically that he said that she said that he was dragging their name through the mud. And everyone feels better after that conversation. Brandon reiterates.
Do they?
I mean, it seemed like it. Until the next day, until they had time to sleep on it.
Nothing was resolved. So I'm like, how are we feeling better? The only thing that was made clear is that Christina and Brandon are clearly liars.
Well, it wasn't made clear that night because what's-her-face didn't really say what she should have said, but it is what it is. So everyone, so, Anthony basically says he accepts the fact that, they agree to disagree. And Brandon said at the table, nobody has done anything to cause him to not want to be their friend. But in the confessional, he says that he don't stand with Anthony at all. He can't rock with somebody who's calling him a liar. Sir,
he switches.
You are a liar.
He's like, he gets, what is, he gets so bold.
My thing is, how do you not feel like a liar when you just sat at the table and said that nobody has done anything to you to make you not want to be their friend, but then you say in a confessional you don't rock with? Sir, you're literally showing that you're a liar. But anyways, Reverend Russ. Then he ends the dinner with prayer. You know how he do. Put them healing hands together.
Praise the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So the next morning, Christina is helping Brandon get his man bun together. All the couples are still confused on how they left things the night before. Bravo thinks Brittany is lying. Christina questions why Anthony would basically wait to bring up or say something about them not liking her when she was basically on the edge of a business deal working with her. Brandon feels that Anthony is deliberately trying to attack him and his family. And he's never done that to him. And Christina wants to get to the bottom of things because she doesn't basically like being in discord with everybody. But I mean, you're a liar, so it seems like you do.
Yeah.
Because it would just be so much easier to be said. Well, maybe I misunderstood what was said. Like, I would even hit a Brandon. I don't remember that I said it. I at least give Brandon that much, even though he goes in the confessional and says something else. But I would at least give him that much. But Christina won't even give him that. She'd be like, no.
Well, it don't matter. It's gonna come out.
She wants to fall on her sword so bad. So Latoya and Anthony head out to her meeting at the winery while the rest of the group enjoys Russell's meals on the bus on the way to meet them. Okay, Russell was chefing it up this whole time. And I said, you know what, Colby?
Anthony's a little jealous ass. He got that from the chef. He learned it from. All I mean is that it tastes good, homie. You nothing. He put in the effort. That's all that matters.
So they discuss things between Anthony and Brandon on the bus. Brandon says nothing can be resolved with Anthony, and you can't get any clarity from him either. He's still denying he said what Anthony said he did. And Christina talks about needing clarity with Latoya and how she feels when she feels Latoya singles her out in situations. She brings up the skating rink incident again. We're still talking about that. She also brings up the situation with Brittany. And Colby says she did, and Colby apologizes and basically says, like, I did give her that information right before we walked into the brunch. So, apologizes for that. And I said, well, at least somebody's telling the truth around this mother. I can appreciate Colby for that. But Christina's like, well, that's cool, girl. It's not even that. It's just the fact that Latoya keeps blaming me for everything. And I was like, I guess you valid. Christina's mad because Latoya keeps blaming her for everything.
So Latoya and Anthony, they're finished with their tour of Chateau Chantal. Everybody else gets there to the vineyard. They love the scenery, and they want to try and put their differences aside. But then I thought it was kind of shady that Latoya and Anthony both told Russ and Colby to sit near them. Christina said, I don't give a damn. Me and Brandon want to sit by the food anyway. God damn it, we hungry. Didn't y'all just eat on the bus with your greedy asses?
Look, it's vacation, but don't judge her.
What that mean?
I'm about to eat, drink, ain't got no kids. I'm about to live my best life.
You know what? I'm done. You still got to come back looking good, okay? You got to look good on vacation and when you come back, okay? You can't be going crazy. Colby is basically giving Latoya her flowers for being a Black woman in the wine industry. It was super cute.
It was cute.
And she's talking about how she wants to work with her and help her create content for her.
A part of me felt like that was a little bit of a dig to Christina, though.
Why? I didn't think so.
Oh, absolutely. It was more, I feel like it was more of a dig because it was like, let me show you how you're supposed to support somebody better than I can tell you.
I ain't see no wrong with it.
No, I'm saying, but I felt like the way she did, because even if you look, they flash to Christina's face, like they cut to her face when she's like talking about it with Latoya, and you could see Christina over there looking like all up in her feelings, but it's like, no, she tried to have that relationship with you, and you told her, what she say? Oh, well, I guess it's great that we established the boundaries now, so don't be mad when she goes off and.
I ain't see nothing wrong with it at all. I ain't see nothing wrong with it. But yeah, she is helping her create content for her social media. Apparently, Latoya does not like dealing with that mess, so she's super thankful. So, they go over, take some pictures for content. She gives her some pointers. Then when everybody gets back, apparently they split up. The ladies decide to go hop on the boat while the guys stay on the beach. Christina said that she purposely sat next to Latoya so she can let her know that she ain't got no beef. But if she tries to push her over, she can pull her ass in with her.
Mm.
Then the guys decide to have a conversation about the showcase. I feel like anytime they talk about the showcase, it goes left.
It goes left.
All the way left. And Anthony reveals that he's going to put Lyrique on the showcase.
My next baby name.
It ain't. I'm telling, I'm a snitch. I'm snitching. Okay? Especially since you were so against the other one, the other name. We're gonna vote against you.
Oh, okay. Yes.
We voting against you. Now this immediately pisses Brandon off. And he feels like Anthony is doing everything he can to sabotage him because everybody wanted to sabotage Brandon. He said, he told Anthony,
for the first time ever, I'm gonna have to give it to Brandon.
I didn't think so because him and
I absolutely think Anthony, there is no way if I don't with someone and we're supposed to be friends for as long as we say we've been friends, and I'm telling you I don't rock with this person, and now you bring them and you know that there's something unspoken there, but you invite them out anyway to the like, no, it's just all wrong.
What I'm saying is, okay, from Brandon's point of view, he don't rock with Lyrique at all. But he met with Lyrique first. And according to Lyrique don't have a problem with him. And he really don't know how bad the beef is with Brandon. He didn't think it was that serious, where he's like, oh no, I don't with him, da 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 da. He just think that they just don't talk. Like it's not no beef. I didn't think that he was trying to sabotage him with this.
I do.
With other stuff, I did, but not with the Lyrique situation. He feels that Brandon ain't really got his name out there like that. Lyrique apparently is known everywhere. He knows a bunch of celebrities, so him bringing him to the showcase is going to bring more people and, make it a bigger platform than it is. He's I don't think so. I don't think that he's like purposely trying to
bring somebody I don't like to a performance that I'm in and see how that goes over.
She ain't here performing. It's business. It's business. Basically, he told Anthony that Lyrique has been poaching on his clients, his Star Factory, undercutting him and stealing his clients, and he's not cool with him being on the showcase. Apparently, Anthony says that he don't know nothing about no poaching. He ain't know nothing about this. And Anthony said, well, I already invited him, so he's going to be there. So Brandon is like, well, you ain't
That's not disrespectful at all.
So Brandon's like, well, you didn't talk to us about this first. He was like, basically, he's like, nigga, I ain't got to. I invested just like y'all. Basically, Bravo said, I thought we had everything squared away at the Bible study, but it seems like there's some unspoken friction between y'all, some unknown energy that y'all just can't get rid of. Brandon said that it's been too much hate directed his way. Anthony said that he has zero reason to hate on him. Brandon then said that he's had a target on his back this whole time and blamed everything on him. And he said he doesn't know what this thing is with him, but it's a no for Lyrique. All this, fuck, keep on saying is no. No, no, no. I don't give a damn what you say. Lyrique is a no. Anthony said, basically, we never had an issue up until recently. But if we can go back to the showcase, if I want somebody there from my staff, basically that's just what it is. That's what it's going to be. If Bravo brings somebody from his staff, if you bring somebody from your staff, basically he ain't got shit to do with it. And, basically
now that's his staff.
Well, he said his staff because, and then he followed up by saying he's been making bread with Lyrique. So that's why he's saying it's his staff. Brandon said that he hasn't like he hasn't been making bread with him. And this is powered by Star Factory, and he don't rock with him. So once again, it's a no. Anthony told him, you need to focus on doing what you need to do for your artist. That's what you need to worry about. And said if he had an issue with him, he would have just made sure it didn't happen. Brandon said, oh, you would have tried. I said, oh, God. So then Anthony got in his face and told him, I ain't got no issue with you. Brandon said, yo, back up, homie. Back up. You a little too close. And I mean, we know they didn't fight or nothing like that, you know, but that's where it ended.
He probably gonna get up in his face and then give him a big bear hug, knowing Anthony. Anthony's so bipolar. Oh, I bet you he's a Gemini.
Oh, Anthony, you think?
I could see it. Because he flips too quick. He flips very quickly.
Wow, okay.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't know for sure. But anyway, guys, thank you. Let us know your thoughts on this whole thing. As y'all can see, I kind of tapped out. I was just over it. But hopefully we'll be talking about something other than Brittany B next episode. But yeah, let us know what you think. But in the meantime, in between time, thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
You comment.
You subscribe.
And you hit the notification bell.
And make sure that you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the IG, and the Facebook. And make sure that you especially hit that notification bell so you can make sure you stay tuned to when we have our celebration to, you know, for our 500. I mean, although we continue to grow. But yeah, we definitely want to take a moment out to thank you guys. And also, you please drop down in the comments. Let us know of anything that you guys would like us to review. Drop down in the comments and we'll definitely think about some things.
We'll consider.
We'll strongly consider, but we'll consider. All right. But thank you guys. We'll catch you next week for another episode of, I was about to say, Ready to Love Detroit. Love and Marriage, Detroit. Have a good night.
Good night.